And welcome back. It's now 22 minutes before 9 o'clock, and got some special guests in here because we've got a wonderful show coming up in another week. You may want to start thinking about Christmas gifts or other kind of gifts because this is something that is so wonderful, I think. Rod Gatlin, Brian Lips are with us here this morning, and we are talking about the 32nd annual Showcase of Wood Carvings. It's going to be held at the Marion Deal Center here in Charlotte the weekend of February 21st, 22nd. That's the weekend after this coming weekend. And again, at the Marion Deal Recreation Center. Good to have you all with us here today.
Great to be here.
Yeah. This is a pretty significant show, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Tell us about what we're going to see there.
Yeah, this is probably the biggest show of its kind in the Southeast. This is a competition and exhibition of wood carvings, and there'll be professional and amateur carvers there from all over the country, but mostly from the immediate tri-state area.
Oh, wow. And how many different carvings will we be seeing, do you think?
Well, we're going to have over 700 and in 33 different categories.
Oh.
For instance, this would be stylized. That's one category. These would be caricatures.
Caricatures. I love the old cowboys here that we have. That's just so interesting here. And then we have like the chains here, which that takes some skill to do that without breaking that all apart, and all sorts of things, and including this. Tell me, this is a little pair of pliers that's been made out of this little piece of wood. Now watch what happens here. This is truly amazing to me. That's one little piece of wood. And what does it take to be able to do this? You all are both carvers. What does it take to be able to do this, besides patience, I'm sure?
Yeah, that's the first requirement.
Right. Right. Well, I've been carving about a year, so I'm kind of at that point where I'm learning the process. We have a wonderful club and a lot of support, and we give new members about 8 weeks of classes and training. For instance, this was a class project.
This is that you did?
Yeah, that I did.
And it looks like a swan.
Right.
And that is just beautiful and is so wonderful. How long did it take you to do this?
That was maybe 2 weeks, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just absolutely wonderful. How popular is wood carving these days? Are we seeing a resurgence of it? How would you characterize it?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, we have over 140 members here in Charlotte, 30 women. It's growing, and we have member clubs all around North Carolina, and we have carvers coming from 15 states, and there's a lot of really wonderful artists out there that work in wood.
If I'm interested in getting into this, is it expensive to start this? Is this an expensive hobby?
Not at all, not at all. You can get into it with just a knife and a piece of wood, and the purpose of our club is really to promote the art and the craft of wood carving, because it's a very old art and craft, and there's a lot of people that are getting into this now. It's kind of getting a resurgence. And what we really want to do is get people out. Our show is open to the public for free. There's free parking. It's at the Marion Deal Center on February 21st and 22nd. So it's just a weekend after next. And we're going to have professional carvers there selling some of their carvings. But the exhibit will be both professional and amateur carvers. And we've got 3 different levels. We've got novice, intermediate, and open carving. And there will be some that are natural, some that are painted. We've got little miniatures that have to be within 2 inches either direction. There's just a myriad of different categories, so it's just amazing to come and see. There's a lot of talent.
It's going to be a wonderful show. And by the way, the Charlotte Woodcarvers have a website, charlottewoodcarvers.com. You need to check that site out. Our site will have the information on as well. But Rod, Brian, thank you so much for being here today. This is so wonderful, and I can hardly wait for this show. This is just something wonderful artwork there. Appreciate it. And let's check in now with meteorologist Al Conklin.